Hello friends, I'm Guninder Sidhu. This is the next episode of our series, The Wisdom Times. Today I'm going to talk about a very spiritual statement, and that statement is, God is dead. I'm not joking. It is really a very spiritual and serious statement. God is dead. That statement was made by Fredrick Nietzsche in his very famous and difficult book, Thus Spake Zarathustra. Friedrich Nietzsche was a German philosopher, and about tons of papers have been written about this statement, God is dead. During my graduation days, I came across this statement and it shocked me. It terrified me. It stirred something deep inside me. But after 10-15 years, I came to know about the real meaning of this statement. And then I realized that actually this is a very spiritual statement. Now the crux of this statement is the word dead. Who dies? Who takes birth? The mortals, they die. According to this statement, is that when anyone becomes aware of the fact that the creative energy of this cosmos is not a human being, but energy itself, then everyone says God is dead. The God which have been injected in us as old men sitting above, watching our every deeds, punishing us very often, and giving us rewards not very often. Now, when you realize that this creation cannot be the creation of any human being, then you will realize the real meaning of this statement, God is dead. Jaques Derrida, he is a great linguist and a philosopher of language. He says that we have tendency to believe language blindly. Because there is a word God, we started believing it, that there is something. And through religions, every religion, it has been projected as a human being, old human being. So we started believing it. Now in language is based upon two words, signifier and signified. Signified is the natural thing, the existing thing. Like there is a tree behind me, and this is a signified. Now the word that points to it is a signifier. In English, the signifier of it is tree. In Punjabi, drakht. In Hindi, paid. So signifiers are different, but signified is one thing. Now have you realized that whenever God, which is a signifier, which is a pointer, a word, comes to your mind, what signified, what image you get in your mind? And I bet that most of you will say that an old man sitting above. But please remove that image, then see what comes to your mind when this creative energy of cosmos is said as God. You will go blank, or there will be just a light. Now that blankness, that light, that vastness, that eternity is actual God. Even it is said that the personification of this creative energy, it may be due to some conspiracy of the male dominating ego. Because they want the men they wanted to control everything. Kings were mostly men. So they devised this tool. They personified this creative force as God, who is a human being, and forced us to surrender in front of that thing. So it was a kind of a controlling principle, a conspiracy to control everything by the men of those days. Though in most of the religion, this creative force is termed as God and shown as human being. But those are divine allegories, those are divine stories. They want to convey some message through a story. But the priest class, in order to control us, or in collaboration, in conspiracy with the kings, they made us to believe, genetically they made us to believe that it is the male, the old man who is controlling everything. Now when that illusion is shattered, then you can also freely say that for me too God is dead. These lines, God is dead, it means to say that liberate yourself from that conspiracy and have direct contact with that creative energy of the cosmos. You don't need any intermediate. You yourself is that energy. And inside and outside, it is the same energy. You don't need any intermediate. You don't need any fictitious person in the name of God. So with these words, I conclude this episode here. See you soon. Thank you.